Well, Major, you talked about senior day and that this one was for the seniors, the emotion at the beginning, and what's it like to be able to pull out a home win to end the season and send those guys out?
You know, just go out the right way. You know, proud of the way our guys played for the seniors. Proud of the way our defense played specifically. You know, guys like DeJuan Hines, Matt Adams, Nick Thurman, Terrell Williams. You know, happy the way they played their final game in TDECU Stadium. Steve Dunbar going out with a touchdown. So a lot of those seniors have given us a lot of good moments, so it was good to make sure they took off their pads winners.
Major, what did you guys do defensively over this past week to prepare for that Navy, their offense was?
You know, so much of it is about like training your scout team, you know, because those guys come out of high school running spread offenses. They don't know how to run triple option. So much of it is training your scout team to do all that. And Bryson Smith gave us some great looks at quarterback, but really all of them. I mean, all the scout team guys, I was down there watching them. Great effort from our offensive linemen and slots. And, you know, and the coaches had put together a good plan. The kids went and executed it, and that's what should happen.
Major, you mentioned the defense. I believe they only had 50 yards rushing in the second half, no points. When you do that against an offense that's going to be on the field, it's going to get its plays, what does that say just about how the defense performed today?
Consistent, 4 quarters, you know, consistent play. You know, I think they had 160 at half, 162 maybe. And, you know, for them to come out and get the stops, you know, we didn't get any takeaways other than the last one. So for us to be able to create that many stops and punt opportunities was tremendous, and they're a good football team. They play very hard. They're very well coached, so you know, it's quite an accomplishment for our defense.
Coach, what did you do at halftime with the offense? 17 points in the second half, I think like 250 yards total.
Right. You know, we lost a possession because of, you know, kickoff return, fumbling the ball on the kickoff return. We also dropped a pass to convert on 3rd down, and then we got behind the chains with some of the runs on 1st and 2nd down, incomplete passes. So really, it was just about playing with consistency. Talked to the offense about we cannot give them the ball, and of course, 3rd quarter, 1st, 2nd series, we go out there and fumble the ball. But after that, they played clean, made plays in the passing game. Quarterback made some runs. Duke ran the ball well in the second half, so played like they could play. To put it quite honestly, they played like they could play in the second half.
Major, Bonner and Dunbar have made I don't know how many meaningful catches in their career to get Steven the ball there. Well, at first, Bonner had 2 big catches to set up that first touchdown, but to get Steven there and see what he's done countless times. What was that like? Just because that was I believe at that point that was the go-ahead touchdown.
Right. You know, not surprised that he made a play yet again. You know, he's done that throughout his career. He's got one more game for us. You know, not surprised. It was a good call and a good situation, a man-to-man, and Derek put a good ball on him, and you know, Steve did a great job, you know, securing the ball and making run after the catch. So proud of the way he finished, and just, you know, I've enjoyed watching his career because of just how hard he works. And no matter what he does, I'm sure he'll continue to play, but he'll be successful whatever he does.
Linnell had his arm wrapped up and had some ice. Was it a chest or
yeah, you know, he was having some problems breathing after the hit. His head was fine. There was no concussion symptoms. I'm not sure exactly the diagnosis of it, of the injury. He just wasn't able to come back.
Was the plan with Duke? I mean, you mentioned Duke and Mulba would play, but not knowing how much. But I mean, they went out there today
for
the whole thing. Was it just something turnaround later in the week that you felt comfortable that you didn't have to go deeper into your bench?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it's luck of the draw too. I mean, when you're out there with an AC sprain, you know, on your shoulder, it just takes that magic hit or that magic fall, and then you're back out again. You know, and then with Mulba, I'm not sure what was wrong with him. He hopped. It was like a soccer injury. You know, he was down. The next thing you know, he's running off smiling. So I had no idea. You know, I thought he was dead initially, and then he came off running smiling. So we'll see what the diagnosis of that injury is.
Now you have, I guess it's 8 or 9 days until you find out your bowl destination. Is it a chance to? Will you take a break this week, or how do you foresee this week? And as far as going to another bowl game, right. You've had a couple of weeks now since you've been eligible. But what does that mean for the program to have 5 in a row now?
It's great. It's great for Houston. It's great for our fans, our players to experience a bowl game, especially the newcomers and obviously the seniors going out. They finish with a bowl game. What we'll do this week coming up is the staff, now that there's a December signing day, the staff will hit the road hard Sunday, recruiting, going in all of our commitments houses, spending time with them, getting them ready, set up for the signing day. Players will spend time in the classroom getting prepared for finals. Then on the 4th of December, we'll start coming back and actually start preparing for the bowl.
Anything else?
All right. Y'all have a good weekend. Happy Thanksgiving.
If we could start with the seniors, what's it like kind of walking off that field for the last time, but going out a winner in this place?
I mean, it's a great feeling. Had to get it for all the guys, but it meant something special for the seniors. And I took one last walk to make sure I take it all in before I went in the locker room.
Man, it means a lot to me, especially. It means a lot just to win for the team, but I think for the seniors, we've been through a lot. This whole time we've been here, we've been through coaching changes and just a lot of adversity. We've seen this place completely change to a new place. So I think it's kind of emotional, you know what I'm saying, just walking out on that field knowing it's your last time to play in there. But I'm glad we went out on top with the win.
Steven, and can you take us through the last play? It looked like you got around the 40, broke a tackle, and it was open field from that point. But what exactly the play was there?
I'm talking about the touchdown. It was a play that we had worked on at the pump hub. We had been setting them up with the hitches the whole game. We know it give us a lot of give hitches, and basically we just ran a double move on them and ended up scoring it.
Dewan, can you discuss the defense in the second half? 50 rushing yards for Navy, no points. What was the difference in the second half compared to the first?
I just feel like we settled in. I mean, the scheme was new for us. I mean, we practiced it all week, but it was still new. I feel like we settled in, took the coaching adjustments, and it was lights out from there.
Derek, when you have a defense that plays like that, sure it takes a little bit of the pressure off. But I mean, now that you've been at quarterback a few weeks now, what does it mean though when a defense like that can put up, that kind of those stops, keep them off the board?
It means a lot. The defense played great all day, and I just feel like we kind of got momentum off the defense, and we seen those guys making plays, and we just wanted to go out there and help them and just make plays ourselves. So that's what we did. That's how we won the game.
What about you personally? Since you've been in there, I think you had 7 rushing touchdowns. The big week last week, but you really couldn't enjoy it because you lost the game. But as a team, but this one a little bit more.
Yeah.
Shows a little bit kind of when the offense is, in a corner, you guys can come up with a few plays. Yeah.
Just this week we had to fight through adversity. We got stopped a little bit. A couple turnovers, and we just have to keep fighting and keep trusting each other, and that's what we did. And coaches called a great game. We just tried to execute and win.
Ed, just 14 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. What can you say about your performance?
It was tackle to dive to get what you can get, and you stop the dive, go make a play. So that's how we went about the game. The 2D tackles, me and Gerard Carter. So stop the dive to get what you can get. So that's what we did.
That triple option's tough to defend. Yeah. Especially in the second half. Y'all, 50 yards is all y'all allowed, no points. What change did y'all do, or did y'all see between first and second?
The only change that we made was that I know of was with the D tackles. We made a little adjustment, and that helped us out a little bit with stopping the dive. And then I just told the guys just play level-headed and don't let the ups and the downs get to us. And I just really think they just locked in on their assignment. Everybody did, really. I said it before every time we took the field, so I just think everybody locked in on their assignment a little bit more, and we just shut it down.
Ed, I think they had 4th down at the 2, and you guys come up with a big stop.
Yes, sir.
No points. kind of along his question, what the defense did today. How big was that play right there?
That play right there was strictly coaching, put us in the right position to make the play, and all we had to do was execute. So I get it up to coaching and play calling.
It was senior day. I know you got another year,
Yeah.
but your brother out there and the other guys, what did it mean to send those guys out with the win?
It's a little emotional because I don't know why, but even in the high school, the class that my brother was in, I was always closest to that class. So guys like Matt Adams and DeJuan, Marcus and Dunbar, Bonner, them guys, them like my boys. So I always gravitated towards them because even before I committed here or whatever, when I used to come around Marcus, those were the guys that was around them. So just seeing them go, it's just a little emotional.
And before the game, when they did the introductions, you went out there with your family. Was that just, he's your brother at the end of the day, as much as your teammate? Was that the reason you kind of went out there and stood with your family?
Yeah, I mean, my brother's senior day. I'm on the team, but it's still my brother, though, so yeah.
And you got a couple of days, well, several days now until you find out your bowl game and stuff. But for you personally, you're going to hit the road coming up for the they call it the awards circuit, where you go for the Outland and the Nagurski. Now that the season's over, can you kind of look at those awards, what you're up for, and maybe enjoy it a little bit and take it in?
Yeah, I most definitely, that's number one on my list because I don't got nothing else to do. So I'm looking forward to that. The Outland Trophy, as far as being a lineman, that's the most prestigious award you can win in my book. So just being up for that is an honor, and if I win it, I'd be amazed, honestly. But the other award, how you say that, Nagurski, top defensive player of the year. Come on now, everybody want to be that. So just being up for that one is a blessing too. So I don't know, if I don't win, I do win. It's all good. I'm up for it. So that's all that matters.
Got you a chop block call today. Saw you nod your head down there.
Yeah, I was happy because it was one before that. That one hurt a little bit more than that one, and I wanted them to call that one. They didn't. So, oh well, they got one. That was an important one too. It was like 4th and 1, something like that. So, back it up, cuz.